So today topic is your iteration method, and this is also called your fixed point method. In this also we find the root of an equation, and in this it is not necessary choose your bracket or you say interval for the roots first. You can directly start from your any value of your x, but it is always better you can choose your interval and then choose any value between that interval. So if your equation is your fx is equal to 0, so we can write this equation as your x is equal to function of x something. So another thing, we have a one condition here also. The condition is your if your derivative of this right side phi dash x mod should be less than equal to 1. That form is your acceptable form for this iteration method. If your derivative of this phi is less than equal to mod. So for example, we have this form of equation that is your x cube plus x square minus 1 equal to 0. We may do a few things here. We may rewrite this equation in a few forms. For example, we may shift this x cube and this 1 on the right hand side. So that is your 1 minus x cube, and taking your under root both sides, then we get this equation, second one, right? So here, if we put your shift this 1 to the right hand side, then take your this x square common from these two, then we get your 1 plus x, and divide this 1 plus x to the right hand side. That is your 1 divided by 1 plus x. Now then under both sides we get your this first equation. And another form, if we shift your x square minus 1 to the right hand side and taking your cube power both sides, so we get your this form. So in short, your that one equation can be rewrite or rewritten in a different form, this like this, or maybe more options are available, so that it become of a kind your x is equal to function of x, that is x is equal to pi x. If it become in this form, we just put an initial value of your approximation of root, that is suppose x naught, to the just right hand side. We put in the this right hand side of this phi x, it is phi x naught, which give you a x1. Then again put your this x1 to the right hand side of this, that is phi x1, that give you x2. Again put this into the right hand side, that is phi x2, that give you x3. So you get your xn, or you say exact value, approximate value root, when your two respective x continuous x having the likely same result, or you say their difference between them are very small as per as our desire. So one question arises here, which form we can choose, so that, or which phi x we can choose, maybe you're this one, maybe this one, or maybe this one, which one we can prefer. So with that we have the condition that we are this phi dash x mod should be less than 1. That is derivative of this magnitude should be less than 1. for the range or for the interval, that your function you can refer. So we can understand this in your one example. So in this particular example, we see same problem x cube plus x square minus 1. On the interval 0 to 1 it asks, right? So if it is not interval is not given, suppose 0 to 1 is not given, you can just try in the right hand side, left hand side of this function. You put here 0, so that give you a minus 1, and when you put here 1, that is 1 plus 1 is 2, minus 1 is plus 1. That is your at 0 its value is negative, at 1 its value is positive. That means your root, at least one root lies between 0 to 1. So with the accuracy we require is your here 10 raised to a minus 4. So we can rewrite this into a multiple form. That first form we have already written is this one. So we can check the derivative of this right hand side. If we do the derivative of this right hand side, that is your minus 1 by 2, 1 divided by x plus 1 raised to power 3 by 2. So now you just put here the any values between 0 to 1 and check the maximum value of this derivative. So we may put here 0 first, right? Is it 0? If you put 0 here, it is minus 1 by 2, and if you mode, it is 1 by 2. So this value should be less than 1 by 2, right? And similarly, when you put here 1, it is 1 plus 1, that is 2. 2 raised to power cube is 8, and 1 by 2. Under root of your 8 is your 2.236. And multiply 2 with 4 point something, and divide by this is your less than 1 also, right? So for all value, your 0 to 1, this derivative is always less than 1. So your condition is satisfied now. So for this form, your condition is satisfied. You can check the remaining forms also. If those form also satisfy this condition, we can go for that, else not. Like we have many forms as we discussed. We have these few forms, more forms are there also, right? So you can just check the derivative right hand side, and if that derivative for the interval 0 to 1 is less than 1, then you can prefer these also, else not. So in our example we can go with your this first form. You can check the remaining also, right? So when you do this, after doing derivative, you identify that your this derivative magnitude is less than 1 for all the value 0 to 1, right? So you may skip this for the time being. So now you can choose any point if your this first derivative of this magnitude less than 1 for all the value lies between 0 to 1, then you can choose any point between 0 to 1 as your first approximation of proof. That is your choice. Maybe choose 0.5, maybe 0.1, maybe anything else you can choose, right? So your right hand side, that is x equal to 1 by x plus 1 in under root, is your phi x. So just put any value. So we assume here x naught, that is 0.75. So just put that in your right hand side, so that give you a value of x, that is your suppose x1. So we put here 1 divided by 0.75 plus 1 in under root, that give you yeah, this 0.7559289, that is your first approximation, right? So or you say that if you say it is x naught, so once you put here x naught, after solving that you get this is your x1 now, right? So we choose this here x1 again to the right hand side. So here it calculating enough that this one, and you just put in your this lower term, and then your 5 is your 0.746579. Nothing else. You just needed to put your result into again into your this right hand side, that give you again new x, that is your x2, again similarly x3. So continuously you can calculate your x4 5, right? If you require, if you see here up to your 3 decimal, or you say 4 decimal, 3 decimal, these two are same, so you can see these is your final result. Or you can continuously take the difference between two roots if the difference is your 0.0002. So you can say here, as per as required accuracy, it is less than 0.0004. So this is your final result you can choose. That is the root of your equation. So we may discuss one more example. Any example you have solved with your bisection, Degla-Falsey, and your Newton-Raphson can be solved by using this also. Condition your derivative of your right hand side mode should be less than 1. So suppose this is your equation. So 2x is equal to cos x plus 3. We can rewrite this as you just divide to this side, this one. One more form you can say, you can put or shift this 3 to the left hand side, that is 2x minus 3. 2x minus 3, and take cos inverse both sides, then x is equal to cos inverse 2x minus 3. Cos inverse 2x minus 3. That is also another form. So you just take the derivative of right hand side. So derivative of this is your cos derivative is sin x. In magnitude, if you say it is sin x and divided by 2, right? So if you see here, you know that the sin x mode is always lies between 0 to 1. So its value is your divided by 2, so that is your, if it is maximum value is 1, so divided by 2 is makes 0.5. So this derivative is always less than 1. So you can choose any value lies between your, if your derivative is less than 1, so you can choose any value from your 0 to, or you, this derivative is always, because sin x is always lies minus 1 to 1, and its mode is always lies between 0 to 1 for any value, right? So for all interval you can think, or it is acceptable. So you can put any value here. You can put here x is 0, you put x is pi by 2, pi by 4, pi is totally your choice. Keep in mind it is your trigonometric function involved in your this equation. So your calculator mode should be radian, except degree, not in degree. You should shift that into a radian mode. So just put x is equal to pi by 2 in your right hand side, not in derivative. Right hand side is pi x. That means your x is equal to 1 by 2 cos x plus 3. So put here pi by 2. So if you solve cos pi by 2, cos 90 degree is your 0. So 3 by 2, that is 0.5. So x1 is your 0.5. Now again put this 0.5 here. You get the next value x2. Similarly x3, x4, x5. And you see your continuous last two value are same up to your desired accuracy, which is your final result. So if you take the difference here, that is 0.001 up to 3 decimal places. So we can say up to 3 decimal your root is 1.524. So one more example we may discuss a little bit. So it say use the method of your iterations to find a positive root between your 0 to 1. So it already say 0 to 1. So x can be written as your here, we can rewrite this as your x is equal to e raised to a minus x. Now take the derivative of this. Derivative is minus e raised to a minus x. So e raised to a minus x is convergent at point 0, if you know that. So else you can write the expansion of this. You remember 1 plus x by 1 factorial plus x square by 2 factorial in case of e raised to an x. But here we have minus x. Expansion is your 1 plus x instead of 1 minus x by 1 factorial plus x square by 2 factorial, so on. So you can put any value 0 and 1. You can just check that this is decreasing one, which is derivative is your less than 1 in this given interval. So if derivative is less than 1, so we can go with your this x is equal to e raised to minus x. So just put any value lies between 0 to 1. It's your choice. You may go with your 1, you may go with your 0, you may go with your 0.1. It's your choice, right? So we go with your 1 here. So when you put here 1 in your right hand side, e raised to minus 1. So that is 0.3678. Again, you put x1 in this, you get x2. Again, you put x2 this, x3, x4. Similarly, you can take the see the consecutive terms. So if you get your required accuracy in these two terms, so these are your final result, and or you can go for your few more steps as per as your choice or as per as the accuracy you require, right? So if you see here, these are the same up to your 2 decimal here. You may see here up to your 4 decimal, they are same. So it's your choice at what level accuracy you require, right? So I'm stopping here. This is your iteration method, and it is also called fixed point method. Thank you.